G'day, ZiggyD here, and welcome back for another Path of Exile Forsaken Masters guide. In this video I want to give you guys a quick guide to the different varieties of Tora missions. Tora is the Bowmaster, and I may be a little bit biased because I'm playing a bow character, but she's one of my favorites. And she has some of they're simpler compared to some of the other missions in there. They're nothing quite as crazy as Haku's or Elrion's missions, but they are pretty fun, and they do give a lot of extra value in endgame maps as well. So she has 3 different varieties that I've discovered so far. I haven't seen anything that sort of falls outside of these 3 different categories. And the first one is a simple pack hunt. Essentially what this does is it spawns packs of monsters that can spawn anywhere within the current map, and then you'll get a tracker below your character that points to the nearest pack. Now sometimes this tracker only shows for a brief period of time, and then sometimes it's a bit quirky and parties to it, only shows on one of the party members, and sometimes it does some weird stuff. So I don't know if it's buggy or if it's just a feature of the mission that you kind of have to pay attention to when it flashes up and then disappears. But generally if you lose it you can just explore the map and it's not that much of a problem. None of these are timed so far that I've seen, at least. These mobs are sometimes dangerous, the ones that spawn. They can spawn from any type of mob, basically, so not mobs that you will usually find in the zone. So you might find the Quill Beast, the explosive Quill Beast in a zone that doesn't normally have them, for example. And they often spawn as blues and rares, and they have extra affixes. Can be a bit dangerous. Sometimes you'll even see blue monsters with Nemesis affixes as well, so do watch out for that, because they can be a little bit dangerous in those higher level maps. Within endgame maps, these can also spawn in areas that you've already cleared after you talk to Tora. So they actually spawn when you talk to Tora. So for example, I did a tropical island, and I had to actually lightning warp over to the other side where I'd already cleared to sort of go and kill off the pack that had spawned over there. So that was pretty cool. You get a bit of extra value out of those maps, and these mobs can indeed drop maps as well. So you get a fair bit of extra content to do in maps when Tora spawns. The next mission variety are what I'll dub tracking missions. In these missions you track pools of green corrupted blood to a monster lair. Each time you're near a pool of blood, you'll get a marker around your character which points you in the rough direction of the next pool of blood, but generally these are pretty easy to find unless you're in sort of a confusing map or something like that. And then eventually the pools of bloods will lead you to a den of monsters, to an extra dungeon that can spawn within the map. And then within that you'll find the pack of various monsters. Again, these monsters can be more dangerous than the standard mobs that would have spawned in your map as well, so do watch out for them, and the same rules apply as they do to the previous mission. This is not really that different, apart from the fact that where you track the blood to this den instead of having them randomly spawn throughout the map. And then the final variety is a dungeon mission that includes a pack of monsters along with a unique boss. These are the most interesting because the bosses have all sorts of different unique abilities. So, for example, this particular boss was a monkey, one of the large monkey alphas, and he spawned molten shell totems, which was hilarious. I just saw that as I was like, what? So you want me to... So I guess I don't shoot these if I don't want to blow myself up. But I could see how that particular ability could take you by surprise if you're using a large physical AoE ability, and then all of a sudden a bunch of molten totems pop up and you explode them, and that could deal some damage to you. So I guess watch out for that. It's a bit of a wacky ability, so I had a bit of a chuckle at that. He also uses Flame Call, which is a unique ability that only bosses in the game currently have, only some of the unique bosses have. And essentially it's exactly like Stormcall, where it places a large marker, but then after a short time a fire explosion goes off rather than a lightning explosion. So watch out for that. It hits pretty hard, I imagine, at the higher levels. So far most of my Tora dailies have been lower levels because it scales with her level. And then the final ability he used was a Molten Strike as well, which can be very dangerous single targets, so watch out if you're getting into melee with him. I'm sure there are other boss varieties, and I've encountered a few, but a lot of the times they've been low level and I've kind of accidentally one-shot them, so hopefully when I get to a high level I'll be able to sort of see how dangerous some of those guys can be, but just watch out for those unique abilities. Anyway, hopefully you guys found this interesting / helpful. That's it for now. I'm ZiggyD, and thanks for watching.